So the first fight we got here is going to be Philip Rowe versus Ange Loose. Who you got winning this fight?
Definitely Philip Rowe.
Yeah? Definitely.
100%.
Why? What'd you have him?
100%.
Why'd you have him?
Height difference.
Yeah.
Little age difference.
Yeah. He's a bit
Same
older,
record, but
more experienced.
same record, but
yeah, all he has is literally not even a fight because the other guy, they both have the same amount of fights. It's just Philip Rowe's 6'2" compared to Ang being 5'8". So
yeah, it also means longer reach.
yeah, I've also got Philip Rowe winning this fight. Honestly, again, I feel like the height difference is going to take him over the edge and secure him the win. I'm not sure how he's going to do it. I can see a stoppage happening in this fight though.
No, I think he's a striker more. But basically, we don't know much about these men, but I remember Philip Rowe somewhere in the parlay one time, man.
He almost hit, bro.
Yeah, he almost hit one time, so my man banging it, fam.
So big up Philip Rowe. We have Philip Rowe winning this fight. Every single fight, we're going to give you lot a non-financial advice. Yeah.
Professional as well, yeah.
Because we do not advise betting unless you want to bet. So bet on your own risk and trust us because we lose a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
So underdog 2.1, I say at least £50. You get back 100, 120, 110 pounds. That's not a bad odds on Philip Rowe because here at the OctaScope we believe Philip Rowe is going to win and that's why you should bet on him.
Stamp of approval right there.
Here you go.
But also bear in mind when odds are so close, it is a very very closely judged fight. As in for everyone, it's going to be very close.
Okay, to our second fight here, we're predicting it's going to be Ricky Simon versus Cameron.
Yeah, Alex, what are the records for these guys here?
So Ricky Simon is coming in at 21 wins and 6 losses. So that's a lot of fighting experience, you know.
Very good record, yeah.
That is 27 fights for you lot who can't do the maths. 21 plus 6, 27. And Cameron's coming in at 12 and 5. So a lot less fighting. But less fighting doesn't mean
experience.
Less. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Less experience and a lot less wins and nearly the same losses. So also for everyone that maybe doesn't know, the big achievement of beating the current bantamweight GOAT is under Ricky Simon's belt, no matter how it was won, which is controversial, but the point is that he does have a win over Merab. So
yeah.
If anyone in MMA has ever won by pure accident or luck, it's Mr. Ricky Simon.
It's Ricky Simon, and will he do that again this week? You know, is that something?
What's the age difference?
The age difference is Simon's 32, Cameron's 27. Cameron's also 3 inches bigger. 3 inches is a lot.
Depends who you ask, but like we're saying about the age, you know, the 5-year difference is something to consider as well when it comes back down to experience. And like I said, being in the cage of such veterans as well, and I feel like Ricky Simon has really fought a lot of people in the division without really like thinking twice. Like he's kind of like one of those guys where like Kevin Holland style, where he's like, yeah, I'm down
to fight. Let's get out of there.
Yeah.
And
which is something to admire.
Yeah, and that's also probably why he's the favourite coming out 1.2. So I feel it's a bit of a sticky one. I do have Cameron. No, I do have Ricky. But I do see Cameron winning. I can see Cameron winning. And the reason is because I see the UFC trying to push him.
Yeah, I agree. I think I have Ricky as well, but I don't agree with such a big difference in the odds, because however you want to put it, it just seems very much like a gatekeeper fight where Ricky is kind of like the gatekeeper right there for him, and it seems like a make or break moment for Cameron. So it's very very similar situation to the previous losses in the past year with the zeros getting taken away. So let's see, make or break. 27 is still respectfully young, and I have Ricky, but I would not be surprised if it goes the other way.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad if Cameron does, because that would be a good opportunity for him to lance his career forward in the UFC.
Next fight.
On to the third fight, we have Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. I like
I
Jose's
have
name.
heard of, yeah, I've heard of Durden
Mm.
before.
Tell
That's
me,
the
tell
most I
me,
can give
tell
you.
me, tell me more, please.
His name's Cody. He shares the last name with
First.
Tyler Durden.
Oh, yeah. And first name with Cody Garbrandt.
After Cody Garbrandt, yeah. So moving on to Cody Garbrandt. No, I'm joking.
The return for Jose is a 1.5. So if you bet £10, you know, you get 15 back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like again Jose's like I said with about Cameron, he's the one that the UFC is trying to push. He's young. They probably see something in him that they want to push. He's matching up against an experienced fighter, but someone who's probably at the end of their career. I'm not saying 34 someone who's at the end of their career, but you know, compared to someone who's literally just starting up, young, 24, it's one of them ones where it's a make or break fight. So if he wins, then he continues. If he loses, it's one of them ones like the UFC's like, okay, maybe you're not who we think you are going to be. So I have Jose, just because that's what I feel like the UFC are pushing. Nothing because of my research or my previous fights that I've seen from him. I have zero knowledge from him. This is pure predictions, guessing. And you have the
Fair
same.
enough. Yeah, I would say Jose just purely because of what you said as well.
Yeah.
Seems like he's being pushed, and he's a good one to drop into the parlay if you wanna get a nice boost when you have like around 10 fighters in it. It's worth the risk in a way, but if you can overall stay away from betting on this fight.
But now, this is for me the main fight. Yeah, this is the main card. This should be at the top. Yeah, I don't care about fucking Usman. I don't care about Usman. I don't care about Cody. This is the man. This is Chris Moutinho. Yeah, versus some Malcolm Wellmaker guy, bro. Who is this guy?
I did my research about Mr. Wellmaker right here, and it's he's a knockout artist, very
Okay.
young. If you saw his last knockout in the UFC, it was absolutely beautiful. So in a way, he's a little bit unexperienced, but he hits very hard. He's very, very good standing up, which so is Chris. But can he handle that punishment? Because we know Sugar hits hard in it, but
he doesn't have the knockout.
Sugar,
Sugar,
like 50-50,
yeah. Sugar, he hits you where it knocks you down, but it's not like a knockout power where you knock out. You know, it's one of them ones where you get knocked down and then you're still there. You can still fight. That's why he always has to lead up with he tries to do the walking off punches, and most time there should be knockouts, but he always has to double down and show the ref that look, he should have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
very much like a flashbang.
Yeah.
Type of style, you know.
Yeah, he downs them basically. But Moutinho, talk about a comeback. He's 5-0 in his last 5 fights.
And the comeback in life in general.
Yeah.
He's been struggling with his relationships, been struggling with mental health,
depression,
and a lot of things. So it's a comeback overall in life, which no one can.
You can't take that away from it. And the amount of willpower you must be going through now, saying, look, everything that's happened to me, boom, 5 wins in a row, and now back in the UFC. This is my chance to show what I should have done in the first fight against Sean, which was purely a mismatch. Let's be real, but
I think he got I think, if I'm not wrong, he has a one fight contract.
Well, he's got 1 fight contract.
Notice.
Yeah, he's got 9-day notice. So, which is probably why his odds are ×9. Yeah. Which is why Geiger and I have put £100 bet on Chris Moutinho. Yeah. You know, because you never know. I'm backing him just because, first of all, he's Portuguese. So if you don't back your own country, you know, you're doing it wrong. And 2, you love to see a comeback story. You know, if he does win,
and I'm backing it because I like Ronaldo in it.
There you go.
And I don't think Wellmaker is unbeatable, and I don't think he's the type of guy to do some crazy thing to where like it's a shock with especially with Chris. No, he can with his knockout power, but with Chris, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah,
I feel how much of a dog he is.
Chris, he's the person you don't want to be up against because you know he won't stop.
Yeah.
He won't stop. Yeah. Even if he's getting absolutely thumped, he will carry on coming forward.
Every low cardio fighter's nightmare, I feel.
Yeah, But yeah, I've got Moutinho, but because I'm backing my boy. Not because I think it's the right choice. Because if you're looking at it in terms of who's the favourite is and who is most likely to win, then call it's Malcolm. But yeah, I'm backing my boy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm backing Chris as well, but I think if there's ever been such a high odds in
Yeah,
on someone, I feel like Chris is the guy that could cash it in. If there's
yeah.
anyone, Chris.
He's a dark horse. He's
For sure, for sure. Yeah.
it's for me. Chris is the right smart choice to go for, but probably
For
not the
sure.
right one. But yeah, on to the sixth fight. We've got Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee.
That's actually a decent fight.
Both
Both records atrocious.
Yeah. To be fair,
Very bad.
18-7. That's basically a
Yeah.
win. That's a win every other fight. If you're going through that football journalist, that's a goal every other game.
Yeah, but if you watched him fight Ferguson in the last fight, he looked very slow. Very slow. I don't know, man. I personally wasn't impressed with Chiesa. I thought he was quite slow against someone like Tony. So I don't know. I wouldn't pick Chiesa in this fight.
McGee is a 3.5 odds. So he's
That's
underdog.
crazy.
He is underdog.
Yeah. So if you're betting, would not hurt to drop McGee into your parlay or drop some money on
if
him.
you're doing like a low odds, high odds bet.
Yeah, very much a
things-
50-50 fight in reality. Yeah.
If he's 50-50 and for 3.5 odds, it's worth the bet. Coming off a win, I'm backing Chiesa for this one. So we have split.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm just doing that so we can split our decisions a bit because we just been. Yeah, honestly, I ain't got a clue, but Chiesa, yeah, come on, my boy. Next fight, Paul Craig versus Rodolphe.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Rodolphe had herpes. He pulled out due to herpes, is what the message has been passed around with. And it was rescheduled from the last UFC event.
Oh, damn. I bet he is the favourite coming into this fight, even after having herpes.
Yeah.
Which is a bit odd.
Which I agree with. No, I agree with.
Oh, you agree?
Yeah, well, Paul Craig, I don't know, man. He's also very,
He is old. He's
very unpredictable.
He's an old man.
Old, but jiu-jitsu is very, very top level. Only person to beat Ankalaev, the only person to beat Ankalaev.
Ankalaev, who, for your information, just beat Alex Pereira. Just saying.
And he's the current champion, yeah.
He's the current champion. Same as Ricky Simon. Beat Merab, current champion. Just saying.
Yeah.
But you'll go for Rodolphe this fight.
Rodolphe is winning, yeah.
Rodolphe is winning. Herpes is winning again against Rodolphe. And I'm backing it because once you have herpes, you become stronger because you learn from it. So, Rodolphe, we're backing you this fight. And he's coming at a favourite, I believe it was a 1.7 odds. So, you do what you want with that.
Good choice, a good choice. I would back it.
I'm backing it. Next, we have Alonzo Menfield versus Umar Sai.
Umar Sai seems like a beast, but Alonzo Menfield is also very, very interesting fighter, unpredictable. But X6 is not fair, man. Very much not fair. I do not think it's that much of a difference in this fight. We had people like that karate medalist now in karate combat, Desai, or whatever his name was, who was also, I feel like, presented like Omar and could end up in the same way by just losing and getting out cardioed and whatever. So I don't know. I think Menfield is a beast, and I think he should not be next. I'll take Menfield, put him into the parlay.
Yeah. You've got Alonzo beating the favourite.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a big difference, but I'm hoping that Alonso can do it. Let's see. It's gonna be tough, but don't know, man. 11 hour at 29. Yeah, it's not
29.
Not,
29. Umar.
Not very. What's it called? Impressive these days. I feel like it's a bit getting a bit towards the 30s and only 11 fights in.
And realistically, who did he even fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I haven't heard of anything, and it's not like his name is flying around in the MMA world saying he's dominating everyone and
Yeah.
making big shockwaves. So I don't know, man. Sometimes you take the risk, and if there's anyone to make the risk on, it's Manyfield.
Again, another one. Slap him into your parlay if you're doing a high odds parlay, and he might just hit. Then you got Abdul Malik coming in at 8-0 versus Cody Brundage. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Is that how you pronounce it?
Brundage, yeah. Well, this is very much the same story again.
Same thing.
Pushing Malik, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Abdul Malik's
27,
8-0, 29, 11-0. Same story really there. Whereas the other guy, Cody, is 30. He's 31 with 11-6. So 31, 11-6. Tell me about that.
Yeah, when it comes down to like confidence as well, I feel like he's just there. You know, some people just there for the paycheck. I'm not saying he is, but could be.
He just likes to fight, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
Win or lose.
Take Malik. What's the odds?
The odds for Malik are
At 1 in 3 or something.
Yeah, Malik is a pure favourite, coming out at 1.13. So £10 gets you
1.13.
£10 gets you 11. So if you want to make £1 profit, put £10.
£1. Yeah.
So he's one of our most favourites out of the whole card that we think is absolutely going to hit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Malik,
But I wouldn't drop him in just purely because
it's
of the
not worth it.
smallest.
Yeah. Unless you're doing a crazy and he does make a bit of a difference, cool. You know he's going to hit anyway. But if you're doing a small parlay and it doesn't really change the outcome of your odds, it ain't worth it. The next one, this fight here, I'm really interested about. We have another Cody in Cody Garbrandt. No love.
Yes.
Yeah? This man here, he knows a lot about Cody. He's a good admirer of Cody. Likes him. And I'll let him take away on this fight against
Okay. Buckley, yeah?
Yeah, Buckley.
Brazilian. So what I know about him, he's the one that just beat Peyton Talbot.
He did.
He is the one that just beat him. He fought in 3 rounds, got the decision win over him, and he wrestled him quite a lot. So what the story comes down to here is whether or not Cody's gonna be able to keep it standing up. Cody, I don't know about Cody's shape. I don't know. It didn't seem great, but I think if Cody, a bit off. But if Cody keeps it standing, I am very, very, very confident that he'll get the knockout win even. But if he does get wrestled, it's going to be a bit, He could just drag it out.
Yeah, he's going to get dominated. Let's be real.
Yeah, drag it out for 3 rounds again.
If he takes him down, it's going to be a normal wrestling fight where he just gets taken down, gets damage on the ground, does a lot of clinching, and just wins through decision or submission if he does get a chokes here and there. But I feel like Cody's going to be able to, get this one done. Because especially in his last couple of fights as well, he last fought in 2024 against Davison, which
his wrestling was decent in there.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like he will be able to get this one done. I really do believe that, and not just because I want to believe that, because I do want to believe that I want him to win, but I feel like he actually will as well. So he's coming out as an underdog, 2.75. So
no, I think this is a great chance to make some money.
Yeah.
And a great chance for Cody to prove himself once again, to get a nice win, to get back in the winning column. And also, beating him would also, some people would argue, beating a man that just beat Peyton, the new up and coming fighter, would be a decent achievement to put into the already great resume. So Cody's doing it. I think Cody's doing it. I hope he does it as well.
I hope he does it as well. So we're both taking Cody for this one. And yeah.
Dropping him in your parlay is a very strong choice, I believe, as well.
If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more weekly UFC content like this, hot takes, predictions, tier rankings, everything. So make sure to like and follow to carry on with this content. So next fight we have Edman Shabayazan. Hope I said it correctly. Tell me about him.
He's a striker.
Okay. I like strikers.
They're right. I think he has like 3 losses or something. Two losses.
He's got 5. But he's going against Andre Petrosky.
Andre is losing.
Yeah.
Edman is winning. Let's put it simply. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I feel like there's nothing more that needs to be said there, really. Honestly.
No, pretty much. Let's move on.
Let's move on straight away. Now, with the co-main event of the night, we have Rose versus Maverick. For me, I really like Rose. I've liked her for a while. I feel like she's really good. But, you know, coming off her last fight, a win against Tracy, I feel like it was a very... It did a good decision, but I feel like she was very dominant the whole fight. So I feel like she's got a good confidence coming off that last fight, especially against her opponent who, you know, in her last fight, she did win, again, decision as well. But it was against Jeremy Lin Hoof, who was 7-2, which I didn't think was that impressive. She did win impressively, but I didn't think it was a good opponent to, you know, to showboat about, you know. So I feel like Rose...
definitely a different caliber of fighters they've recently beaten.
I feel like Rose is going to take it.
I would take Rose. Take Rose. I would stay away from putting them in the parlay for sure. Definitely stay away because Rose is getting to the age where, you know, we could go either way. But keep them both in the parlay, but Rose is most likely taking the win here. I got Rose winning, but decision on both sides is very possible.
Yeah. Now on to the main card, why everyone's watching this event. You know, on one side you got Kamaru Usman coming off of 3 losses. Yeah, 3 losses. What are your thoughts of Usman in the current state right now?
I think he is as dangerous as he's always been. I don't think those 3 losses have really tormented his legacy at all. When it comes from 2 from Leon Edwards and 1 from Khamzat Chimaev, who he fought all 3 rounds with, and some people would say it was a close fight. And the Leon Edwards things, I think, was like more of a mental battle rather than physical.
And realistically, the first one against Leon, it was luck. It was luck on Leon's side. It was a 90-minute, you know, BS thing. It just
corner header or something like this.
It was meant to be. That's what it was. It was just meant to be.
Yeah.
Head kick, Leon. Head kick.
Don't believe you, son.
It was just meant to be. You know, Birmingham needed it because Birmingham, the state it's in now is awful. So.
Hey, big up Birmingham.
Yeah, but that's at least they had a champion. Joaquin Buckley, I really like him.
I do as well. Yeah,
he's
good for us.
And by the way, Louisiana's just been hit through a tornado, and when he's not training, he's out in the streets, you know, handing water, trying to fix the community. He's got a really I like his story, you know, about how he used to work at Walgreens with his brother. He used to work at Panera, and how his brother's his coach. So they didn't have a gym. He didn't have a gym. He used to just be with his brother, and they've made it up to this level by themselves. You know what I mean? And instead of just not doing nothing about it, he's after training and before training, he's in the streets giving crates of water, and he's got a new foundation called Brick by Brick where he's helping out his community. So instead of just shouting them out, he's actually in there in the streets.
Man of his word.
He's a man of their words. He's actually bringing stuff to the community and helping them out. So I feel like him doing this during his fighting camp says a lot because he's got a big fight, probably the biggest fight of his career, and instead of just focusing on that, some fighters would be like, I've got a big fight coming up, forget about this. He's like, nah, I'm putting my community there as well. I'm not forgetting about where I came from just to focus on this fight. So that's very impressive, and that speaks more about his determination and willpower than a lot of things.
And actually what type of person he is as well.
Exactly.
Compared to other people, I'm not saying others don't, but seeing him out there and being able to give back to people when you're in the situation where you can, especially when you're in the situation where you can give back and you're getting paid pretty well in the UFC and you're about to get a big paycheck to your next fight as well. And yeah, like you said, focusing on training camp and on this is a massive, massive thing and a great human gesture from him. So big props to him and his family and his brother and everybody involved.
Yeah, so if you haven't already, check out, we don't promote a lot of people here, but we do promote goods, good people. So check out
good deeds.
Brick by Brick Foundation. I believe that's what it's called. Check him out. I feel like his willpower during this whole camp will take him extra against, past the edge, and will have him beat Kamaru Usman. I would like to think anyway. That's my prediction.
I would have to take the experience and the much greater resume. Yes, Buckley's coming off of Colby and coming off of also who is it? Colby and Wonderboy. So he's coming off of Colby and Wonderboy, who are two good names, but I feel like both going towards the end, just like Usman, I think. But I think Usman still has enough experience in fight inside him, and I think he's looking for that one more title shot. And I'm taking Usman, and I'm also putting, I don't know, 95% of my knowledge and my persuading skills towards you guys to bet on Usman if you're really trying to make money, because I think it's a great money line. Making Usman a 3x anyway is really a steal. So
yeah, I put my personal bias aside. The experience of Usman would make sense to win. All the experience, the title wins, the him being at the top and wanted to the hungriness to wanting to get back to the top. I feel like would push him and would make sense for him to win, especially with his ground. Like I said, he's got probably one of the best ground in the UFC if he really, uses that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I can see that, and yeah, him being a ×3 is an absolute insane. Still, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't go against that, but I would prefer if Buckley wins because of his story and everything he's went through this training camp. It would just be a nice ending to the story. So that was our prediction for the UFC Fight Night this Saturday. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. We're going to be posting up more videos, hot takes, predictions, anything you want to see, leave it down below. Also, we will be watching the UFC live on Twitch and posting our clips and reactions onto TikTok. So follow our Twitch, it'll be linked down below, and also follow our TikToks. And we'll see you in the next video.